In this video of Tower Defense RNG, we're going to talk about 3 things that I think they should do to make this game slightly better. And one of them was actually confirmed by the owner himself, Leaf. So we're going to talk about in this video, and if you could, hit the like, subscribe. Before we get to those 3 things, if you want to find out how to get a bunch of crates like how I'm getting it right now, go check out one of my previous videos. But anyway, let's get into this video. So the first thing that that we're going to talk about, and that the creator actually, reached back out to me, because I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, you got to do this because this is freaking annoying. And I basically was talking to him about the auto delete section. So if you go to the inventory, and if you guys know, this is an RNG game. So the kind of point of this game is to like let your game AFK and then come back and then, check out what towers you got and all that. Well, what happens is I have like 135 right here, just to give you perspective of slots. Well, when that fills up, I cannot roll anymore. It will just freeze at whatever the last roll it did. So anything that's above my threshold right here, I just do 35 QN, just to kind of depending on my my top, towers and such. But when this fills up, I can't roll anymore, and it's really annoying because I'll come back the next day and like my towers, my traps, my starts. And my exits, not as much as starts of the exits, but the towers and traps especially will get filled up. And then not only do I'm missing out on towers, which is, it happens, but the one annoying thing is you have to go through all of them and delete them individually. And I hate that because I am lazy and I don't want that. That's just, in my mind, is not efficient. So the thing that I reached out to the owner was to basically have a auto delete system based on the rarity / power. So if you guys go over here, it'll show best and rarest. So basically they'll differentiate them by the rarity. So 1 out of 777 QN, or it'll do like 1.620 per second damage. So, but in this case, to make things simpler, we're going to go based off of their rarity stats. And what they should do, and I'm pretty sure the owner is going to do this, is basically... Essentially, in my mind, what I was talking to him about is, let's just say anything from 5.86 QN and below you don't want because you don't need it. Then there'll be like, I don't know, like a search bar or something, or you click, you'll click delete, and then maybe you can type in a certain number, and anything below that number will be deleted. That way, if your whole inventory is flooded with a bunch of towers, and instead of manually going through and delete them, and also... If you actually, I think if you click delete, we'll just click this, delete, and then you accidentally like click something different, actually it does stay the same. Oh yeah, sometimes when I click off and then I got to go back and delete it, that can be annoying too. So hopefully they should be adding a system to where I can type in a number and everything below that number will get deleted, and it'll make the thing so much more efficient. So much more efficient. And that'll save me time and annoyances because it's just annoying going through 120 things, clicking them, deleting them. So I like efficiency, practicality, that kind of thing. So I cannot wait for that to come out because it is annoying coming back after 8 hours later and my inventory's filled up and I got to delete a freaking, 200, 300 items from all, 4 of these. So, that's the first one. Now let me bring out my notepad for the second one. Yeah, the second one we can talk about is, and maybe this is not needed as much, but at least I still like it just for added information, is basically showing the initial rarity of the tower. So like right now I have this Obliterator or Proton Sniper. It's essentially maxed out in terms, except for like the inverted or decay trait or whatever, the special one, the glitch trait. But like right here, it tells me it's 777 QN, but it doesn't tell me what its base without any attributes are. And that's important because when I AFK for 8 hours and I come back and I get one of these towers and it's like, let's just say it's 1 out of 100 QN. Basically, that lets me know that I can change my auto roll threshold to that number because essentially I need the best towers to make this stronger. So if this is 1 out of 100 QN without any stats added to it, I need to know that so I could add it to my auto roll threshold. So that way, when I come back, let's say 2 days later, if I get any new towers, it'll be above the 100 QN. basically knowing the original stats of it can help me set my auto roll thresholds better, and I don't get a bunch of fluff, a bunch of flood of turrets I don't need. So like if it was like right here and it just popped up in like parentheses, like 1 out of 80 QN, that'll let me know, oh, okay, this is my best tower. I go over here, I change it to 80 QN, and that means any tower that I get in the future will be better than that one. And then it'll get rid of all the fluff, you know, because if I have it set to 1 out of like 80 QN, for example, I won't be getting this one or this one, because I don't need these ones. I don't use them because they're not going to be as good as this one, you know. Because if we look at the damage, like 1.620 compared to 789, it doesn't compare. So I really hope that they add that one in where they just show the original rarity number on it, so it can help me set the appropriate threshold. Because if it's too low, you'll get a bunch of fluff, and if you get a bunch of fluff, like we talked about earlier, your inventory will fill up and you have to delete it, and it's freaking annoying. But if you also do it too high, you're missing out on potential turrets that you can get. So this will help make things more precise, more optimized on getting towers without being too low or too high. So that is why I think they should do that one. And then the third one, if we go to my third, where's my notepad at? Oh yeah, this is one of the things that drive me nuts. Is some of the towers, like this one. If we go over here and you look at the proton sniper, you might be wondering like, what's wrong? What's wrong, Charisma? It's when I go down, it's like I can't fully see the decay amount. And it happens on multiple towers. So like I have to come over here and like look. I wish they would make it a lot more concise here so I can know without having to like click extra steps. It's just like, it makes it easier where when I scroll down, I can see the decay. Like maybe put the decay at the very bottom, or make it more easier. I don't have to like scroll to see it. And even when I scroll, I can kind of see it when I'm scrolling in motion. But if I go up or down, I can't see it, and it's annoying. And all these three things I've talked about are just pretty much smaller things to make it more practical, more quicker, more efficient, you know, more just looks better from a visual perspective. I don't really have anything major in terms of this game at the moment. They've been coming out with great content ever since they took off like that 2 months. They've been coming out with fantastic content. They added, you know, with the new ascending, that's really cool. The new crates are cool. I mean, look at that. Like tower range 100%, reduced enemy, crate luck 60%, and an enemy health reduction 80%. This new divine light, like so cool stuff. I've got, you know, just positive reviews. They've done a fantastic job here lately. And hopefully they can continue to keep doing it. I just want them to fix on a couple of the optics perspective as like a player that I just would make it a little bit more, look a little bit more sleek, you know, a little bit more cooler, appealing to the player base. Because like this one you can like scroll down, but like some of them you can't, and it's just annoying. And like right, like this one, I can't like, I can kind of judge it like it's 3-3, but I really have to look over here to just kind of look. So, you know, maybe also add, I don't know, but just a potential, just thinking off the top of my mind is like anything that, like, if the decay and anti-decay do not match, maybe have like a red line outline. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking that way when I look at my inventory, I can be like, okay, this one, they have a red line around it. That means my anti-decay and my decay are not matched, which means I need to get my anti-decay up. And then fix it where it looks more appealing over here. I think that would be really cool. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. If there's big things that you'd like to see changed, let me know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But I think they're doing a fantastic job. And I'm like, when I play games on Roblox, I'm pretty critical. Like, so, like I will voice my opinion when I do not like something. But here lately, they've been doing a really good job, and I've been making more content of it. Like, you know, that's a good sign is if I'm beginning to make more content, because I was kind of getting a little dry there with this game because they weren't coming out with content. But I really appreciate what they're doing. Keep up the good work, guys, and bye-bye.